Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Today, we are making a small project about migration, integration, and the role of social media. Today, we have with us Amir. He's from Iraq, and we would like to know about his experience of integration and migration in Germany, and what is his opinion about the role of social media in all this process. So, Amir, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
So, can you tell us like exactly when you came to Germany and what was the reason to came to Germany?
Yeah. First of all, I'm happy to be here. I'm part of your project.
Thank you, Amir.
Uh, I'm here in Germany since 2016. Yeah. I came to Germany and I'm a refugee in Germany. And the reason that I migrated to Germany actually were too many reasons. Most importantly, the reasons were based on the humanitarian and security issues. Yeah, I was living in the north of Iraq, and in the year 2014, our area became occupied by the terrorist ISIS groups, and then there was no safe place to live in no more. So we fly to the neighbor countries, and then we choose Germany as our and our country to become a refugee here. Yeah.
Can you tell me please that what was the reason to choose Germany and not any other European country?
Germany, as we know, that Germany is one of the safest and bigger economic countries in the EU, and Germany is offering maybe more work and work opportunity for the migrants, and also for students like me who has educational background and wants to continue their studies. Germany offering actually many opportunities, and as we know that Germany has the university that are one of the best in the world as well. Yeah. And another reason that why I choose Germany, actually, I have some relatives and some friends. They were here and living in Germany before I came, and they were advising me that you should come to Germany, and as the best place for us. Yeah.
Nice. As you know that this project is mostly about integration. Yeah. So I would like to ask you, when you came to Germany, how difficult it is to integrate in German society as compared, because you are coming from a totally different society. You know, Middle Eastern societies are totally different from European society, and then you are coming in Germany, totally different language, totally different society, totally different culture. You know, so what was the cultural shocks for you, and how difficult it was for you to integrate in German society?
Yeah, I agree. Actually, the integration subject by itself, it is one of the huge and the biggest obstacles that in general the refugees faces. And for me, it was as the other refugees, it was difficult for me at the beginning. I mean, the moment I arrived to Germany, it was like a new environment for me, a new place, a new society, a new language, a new people. Yeah, and I was like knowing nothing about the German culture, actually, especially the language. Yeah, and it was difficult. We were living like in the first 6 months, we were living in camps. Yeah, with different people, different backgrounds, and it was like very difficult, especially the number of refugees in 2016, the moment when I immigrated to Germany, it was high. And also that the local governments and the German governments in general were facing this integration problem. How fast they can offer language courses, how fast they can offer houses to the families. And that was one of problem that I faced, actually. Like in the first 6 months, I couldn't take part in any language courses, and I was living in camps. Yeah, so I would say like the first the integration in general, it's about the language, how fast you can learn the language. And the second is how fast the local governments in Germany can offer you a safe place, like a safe house, your own house. Yeah. So for people like me who has already educational background, who
Yeah.
were also already students in their home countries, and it will be not that much hard to learn the language.
So you
Yeah.
mean if you have a kind of educational
Background,
mhm.
it will be more easier. Maybe if you get in a language course, maybe in the first 6 months you will get
To integrate.
to integrate and to speak maybe like in the B level maybe.
Mhm.
So for me, I arrived in Germany 2016, and in 2017 I get to the integration course.
Nice.
Yeah, like in the first 3 months I get B1 level,
Nice.
and that's one of the reasons that it's based like on the background of refugees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Nice. So, as you told me that you have an educational background, and if you are like a student and having educational background, so that's mean it's easier for to integrate as compared to other people. That's your experience. But what you say about the German law, how helpful it is to integrate for migrants to or for students to in German society? Is it helpful?
Yeah.
Or not?
As you know that Germany it's very famous by its strict laws actually. Yeah, they have they have actually very good laws to be
Mhm.
honest. Yeah, as I said, it's difficult to the first to be. To be easy to get language courses at the beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah, it takes time actually, but since you get to pass this level to take German courses, to take a certificate of German language, it will be easy for you also to be integrated in the market,
Mhm.
to get work, to
Mhm.
study.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the moment. I mean, the German laws in general offers you a huge opportunities to be integrated. But first of all, you need to know the German language.
Mhm.
So it starts from zero, from the German language, and
Yeah.
then yeah.
Right. No, that's a very true statement that language is the
Yeah.
most important thing in any society to integrate. That's very good answer, Amir. Amir, coming to the second part of this project, I would like to ask you, uh, as compared to people who migrated in European countries, especially to Germany in 90s, or if we give example of Turkish people like even before, in that time there was no digital media,
No,
social
that's
media, and that was hard to communicate or to understand. What is your opinion coming in 21st century, especially like in after 2015, in like this a completely digital era? How you feel? Does social media is helping you to integrate in German society?
That's a good question regarding social media.
Yeah.
Actually, it helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it helps in many ways, and you can say it has somehow a negative force as well. It helps like it offers you a huge doors like to if for example at the beginning when you arrive to Germany, if there is no enough opportunities to get German language courses, you can use social media. It's a good way
Mm-hmm.
to improve yourself, to learn the language, to know about the German culture, to know about the German laws, and somehow it's also help you that you don't really feel that you are in far place from your country. For
Mhm.
example, yeah, now you have all the social media platforms. You can communicate with your friends, your family
Yeah.
in your home country, and that's really help you and improves your mentality. Okay, that I'm here, I can communicate with my families. Maybe they are okay, so I can focus more on myself. Social media it has many positive impacts on
Mm-hmm.
to improve yourself, to integrate in the community, to learn the language, to apply for the jobs, to find application for students. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good answer. But like as you mentioned that about the negative impact, like when even myself, like when we are here in Germany, and because now English became an international language, and all the social media apps are in English, you know. And then you connect with your friends and family back home if they are like some friends still living in your country back home. And when you connect with them and you share your, you know, you share your culture values, you share your culture things. For example, your festival, when festival comes, don't you think so? Like social media is also disintegrating you from German society, from German culture, and integrating you back home.
I agree. As I said, it has some negative points, and this one of the mine actually. Like social media helps you to communicate less with the community, because you maybe you use all the time your WhatsApp groups, your Facebook to communicate with home country, with your friends, with your home friends, your family, and that's prevent you to make, for example, German friends, for example, and to go outside to communicate with society. I think this is one of the main point, that it has negative point that prevent you to make less German friends.
Right. Amir, that was very briefly described everything. But coming to very last question, that what you will suggest for other students, for other migrants like us, what is the best way to integrate in German or in any other society else than our own? But because we are migrating from our countries for several reasons. So what you suggest, like if we want to integrate, what, in your experience, what is the best way?
Well, for the youth like me, for the students in general, I will like say and suggest the first thing to focus and to do the moment arrive to Germany is to focus on the language. The moment you learn the language actually it opens for you many doors. If you want to study, if you want to work, if you want to have your own business, it will be no problem, because the German laws and the German local authorities offers you many opportunities. So the moment you learn the language, you can have scholarships, you can have work in any place. So that's my advice in general. Like the first thing is to learn the language. Of course.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And with this conclusion, we reach to this point that if you learn the language of any country where you are integrating, that will be great for you to integrate in that society. Thank you so much, and we will see you next.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you, guys.